as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and we're all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And that will be incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Good job.
And this will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And taken right on the 30. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed. On the option, a hand off to Carson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Bills nothing. Michael Dixon.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And the Bills will move the chains. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. The bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, rolling to his right. He'll find Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Bills nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
3 yards the gain there, second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
3rd and 1.
They run with a rookie from Utah. This is Zach Moss. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
7-yard line.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. They'll run on first down with Moss. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Allen. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Lee Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This time, Wilson will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Play action. Now Wilson. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Josh Gordon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get two. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Allen now on first down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Throwing on second and long. Allen. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
There defensively.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returnable for Lockett. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counting on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Ooh, I can't do that.
Second and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. It's Wilson on the option. Wilson will hand to Carson on the
Come
option.
on, man.
And he's
That's some
across
bullshit,
into
man.
the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and he'll come up empty on the try for 2.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And Beasley with it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he's in the hole or on the perimeter.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, sings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again.
Yeah, dude.
Philip Dorsett hauls it
I'm in the
in.
bathroom. Damn,
Philip Dorsett
man.
himself. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. are set with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
The kick is...
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
What? What? That was a touchdown!
Now Allen throwing on second down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit.
Right
he
here,
cuts
dude.
up inside.
That's what you
That's
do.
what we
See
saw
this
there.
right here,
Nice
bro.
pickup for a first down.
On second and goal, Allen, the
Oh,
quarterback, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. Operating from the gun, Allen. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Brings up fourth.
Allen going to go on fourth down. And he's got it. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Flush to his right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
Oh, bullshit, man. Bullshit, man.
Inside the 25.
You know they pay me extra.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Seahawks 40, Bills 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Bills get a bit closer. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Here's Allen to throw it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete.
Damn.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
No, bro. They know how to keep me, you know.
To throw again is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
Come on, man.
He's caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one.
Boy, bullshit, bro.
Touchdown.
Come on, man.
Showing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position?
That's bullshit, bro.
About, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. A first down carry now for Yeldon. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On the pickup, 2nd and 6. On the Seahawks 28-yard.
So the shotgun snap to Allen, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Cole Beasley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Wilson. Flushed out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that catch will put him right at the 250-yard mark. What a game receiving. Unreal. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Oh, my button ain't working, man.
Oh, my, he pulled it in.
Oh, man, my damn button ain't working, man.
Now 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this
They wouldn't
game.
even let me
And just
move the
one
field,
shot
man.
in the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football,
They
creating
wouldn't even let me
space,
hit the jump button, bro.
the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And it's up
Come on,
and
right back down
good.
and do the same way.
The score, Seahawks 54, Bills 30. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away.
Oh,
and off
good,
it
man.
goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley.
Complete to Cole Beasley.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Come on, man.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time, because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day.
And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
I have a few questions about that throw because, to me, there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A big